Natalia Collins, the first question, and she wants to know who your favorite film composer is. Hers is John Williams.
Always will be. Always, always will be. It's killing me. I go every year to the Hollywood Bowl to see the John Williams concert. Aww. Last year was hosted by Julie Andrews.
So amazing.
It was so incredible. This year's being hosted by Seth MacFarlane. And I forgot we've got a friend's birthday in Vegas. So we had to give up our tickets to go see John Williams at the Hollywood Bowl as hosted by Seth MacFarlane. Wow. And that is killing me a little bit inside. But it will, to me, look, there are great composers. And in the history of composers, there's some great ones. Julie Andrews' passed away husband, for example, one of the best ever. But the fact of the matter is that when you think about the most iconic scores of all time, it's always John Williams. Yeah. Superman, Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., Star Wars. I mean, it's all the same guy.
He's amazing.
It's going to be a while before I think we get somebody who's on. It's a Mount Rushmore of one right now. So I mean, that's just my opinion anyway. But although there are some great composers out there, Schnepp.
Who came to mind immediately when I heard that question was Howard Shore.
Because I've been on. He's kind of the other.
Yeah, but not even his big soundtracks. I'm a fan of like all of his Cronenberg, like Existence and Videodrome. Yeah. They're just so weird and fun to listen to. But yeah, he always hits it out of the park. I'm a fan of Hans Zimmer's recent scores as well.
Zimmer. Basil
Palladores from Conan.
Yeah. I love John Williams. I agree with you. I think all the names being tossed around are amazing. The people that I thought of were maybe a little bit less sort of iconic or celebrated or up on that pinnacle, because I do think John Williams is sort of the godfather. But I love Morricone, because I just love like the good, the bad, and the ugly, and he's so good at creating tension in those moments with really just a few keys or a few chords. I love anything, like, I know it's silly, but like Tangerine Dream. I love the stuff they did for like.
It's not silly, they're awesome. Legend.
Business. I mean, like, I like that. I love Danny Elfman, because I feel like he has such a signature.
Another amazing one.
There's so many. It's such a great question.
Let me throw John Carpenter into that wheel bag.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot. There's a lot.
And let's not forget that Robert Rodriguez has scored a couple of his own films.
There's a great article.
Okay, no, let's forget that.
Great article in Hollywood Reporter about him right now, actually, the Emmys issue. About Robert Rodriguez, just as a side note. Really, really interesting.
And of course, Bernard Herrmann. If you want to go back in time, let's go.
I love that Quentin Tarantino pulled up some Bernard Herrmann for Kill Bill. He like kind of reintroduced the whistling as Bernard Herrmann.
Okay, let's get to a couple more really quick here.
The chat board is singing with Zimmer. Just have to throw that out there. They are singing with it. Okay, Jabari Troop writes, would you like to see Leonardo DiCaprio in a superhero movie? And if so, which character would you like to see him as?
I generally don't even like these questions, because it's like, hey, how about this guy in a comic book movie? Well, sure, he's a great actor. He'll be great in it. He's Leonardo DiCaprio. Put him in anything, he'll be good in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, what's next?
I was going to say, have him play the Joker.
It's possible. Unless he, no jokes. Anyway, okay, what's next?
Enrique Weissel writes, will there ever be a Warriors remake?
Yeah,
Probably.
Without revealing too much, I know that there's going to be a Warriors remake.
Nice.
So, yes.
It would make sense. It has such a following. I mean, people love it.
It almost happened like 3 years ago, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It should.
Yeah.
What a fun movie. I'd love to see a new
Most
version
of the audience today hasn't seen it.
That's
it's a great
like,
visceral experience.
And a lot of people don't know about it, so it's kind of perfect for a remake, because it doesn't have a lot of relationship.
All right, let's take two more real quick.
Brendan Weissman wants to know, what's the latest on the Chronicle sequel?
Yeah, Chronicle is a film that has almost as much drama going on around it as any other film I've ever seen. I mean, of course, you had Max wrote it, you had Josh Trank direct it.
Right.
They said they're going to do another one. Josh Trank immediately backed out, and then he got connected to Fantastic Four, and then Max Landis produced a script for it that was a continuation of the story, and then back and forth with Fox, and then the reports are that Fox didn't want his script because they didn't want a continuation of the story. They wanted him to write like Chronicle all over again. Just write another one that's pretty much the same thing with a different set of kids. And Max kind of balked at that, which I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
And walked. And at that point, then I heard they brought somebody else on. They were going to develop the one they wanted, but then I've heard nothing since then. What I'm hoping is that Fox got the message that we don't want just a repeat of Chronicle. I want a continuation of that story. There's a lot of really cool directions and open threads that they left in that one. I want to see a Chronicle sequel, but only if it's a Chronicle sequel, not a Chronicle Part 2. A redux, if you will, of just the original story. So that is the last that I've heard of it. So as far as I know, it's in limbo right now. Have you guys heard anything different?
No, I agree with you. I hope they continue with the sequel, and I hope they use the same actors who've since gone on to do some incredible work. You've got like Dane DeHaan, and I would like to see those actors back in those roles because they left it to be continued. I mean, I don't want to give anything away if people haven't seen it, but the ending is it certainly doesn't have a ton of closure.
No,
it could go in a million directions.
It's like the prelogue to the next film. The ending, the last scene of that movie is like the prelogue to the next film.
It made me want to see another film. That's why.
It's a great origin story for superheroes, and it's really well shot and really well done. I was blown away when I saw it.
And wouldn't it be cool to do like, this is the source material of superheroes. Like, this is a movie that kicks off a new generation of superheroes. That would be so awesome.
Well, it's like they create a Superman and Lex Luthor right there.
Exactly.
It's like, but you know, I mean, depending on what they do with the sequel, if they aren't going to make a direct sequel, and they're saying, hey, it's a brand new group of kids, could it be, you know, the same source area and these other kids find it a couple days later? I could see how they're going to try to milk it, and it's easier to do it that way. But I would rather not see that. I'd like to see a continuation.
Me too. All right, last question of the day.
All right, Tiana wants to know, she said there's new Mockingjay character posters came out and no Katniss again. When do you think we're getting some, and maybe a theatrical trailer too?
Well, the theatrical trailer's out. I mean, I just saw it again. I saw it online and I saw it in theater watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again. At least the second time I saw it. You know, I would say, wait, character posters coming out and no Katniss, what's going on? But they've got a trailer which which features Katniss, so she's there. It's a good question, but the fact of the matter is that since there is a trailer and we've seen her in the trailer, it kind of takes any mystery out of it for me. The most fascinating thing for me, we mentioned this on AMC Movie Talk before, was that one of the character posters shows Effie in District 13. If you have read the books, that didn't happen. So they're obviously going to have a change of course here in the books, which I think might be for the better. But as far as I know, no idea, really. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably just the marketing team felt that, you know, it was a smart move to really sort of trump up the other characters and maybe give them a little bit more airtime in public spaces, like where they put posters, and not focus as much on Katniss because they want people to align themselves with different characters and just enhance the universe, expand the universe.
Right. I think when they do drop that poster, it'll be like incredible. You know what I mean? Like she'll be in a weird outfit, like some amazing, like, oh man, maybe like a month before the movie comes out.
Yeah,
you know?
I think you're right. When they drop it, it's going to drop hard.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC Movie Talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.